Hi there, welcome to another episode of Street Talk. My name is Dejong.
I'm June, and we're your hosts for today as we go on the streets to find out more about what Singaporeans think about
Free riders. So on Wednesday, the 2nd of September, a charged parliamentary debate happened between Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong and the leader of the opposition, Mr. Pritam Singh. PM Lee and Mr. Singh were sparring over how the Workers' Party had allegedly campaigned by encouraging Singaporeans to vote for the opposition with the assurance that the PAP will still form the majority of the government. PM Lee then referred to these individuals as free riders, an economic term usually used to describe people or group who have benefited without paying the full cost or bearing the full price.
Well, if you think that a free rider is the same as a freeloader, don't be confused. A freeloader is someone who takes advantage of another person's generosity without offering anything in return. For example, a person who crashes a wedding and eats expensive banquet food for free. A freeloader benefits from the situation, and there's a cost to the people being taken advantage of. On the other hand, a free rider benefits from the situation, but there is no cost to others or the society.
Netizens then argued whether it is fair to describe these opposition voters as free riders, as it will seriously undermine the merits of the Workers' Party being voted into Parliament.
But if these allegations are true, won't there be a lot more opposition members voted in rather than just WP?
Interesting point. So right now we're going to go on the streets of the opposition ward, Hougang, and our PAP ward, Bishan, to find out what people actually think about this issue. Let's go! Do you think that the voters in the ward where the Workers' Party won are free riders?
Honestly, I don't think so. I feel like they need to do it step by step. You can't just expect the overturn in the parliament as well.
I feel like they shouldn't be called free riders because it doesn't mean that everybody that vote for WP is a free rider lah, and they shouldn't be labelled that way just because they vote for WP lah. People have their own reasons to vote, and be it you vote for WP because you are really a free rider, or maybe you just vote for WP because you think the benefits that they are providing to Singapore will be good. It should be taken as two different kind of opinions lah.
I don't think it's right for them to call us free riders, because voting is own rights and is a personal decision. So I think calling us free riders are not a very nice term for the residents lah in Hougang or anywhere else voting for the opposition. Yeah.
So how do you feel about being called a free rider?
They are not calling me a free rider. I don't think so. They are calling Jamus a free rider.
Of course, it's a bit painful because we just want to choose people who are going to do good for us. Okay, no one would actually vote for fun or anything. Okay, in the end of the day, Singapore is our country, and we want to do good for the country as well.
Actually, it doesn't really affect me because maybe I'm not really into politics. But of course, if you understand it in depth, of course, not very nice lah. I think it affects a lot of people who vote for the opposition as well.
So do you think labels like this have a place in the new era of parliamentary debate?
Yes, unfortunately. Being labelled this, maybe the older generation may find it a bit more of a challenge, but the young blood are more of like fighting for it and making sure that, hey, you can call us whatever you want, but we will make sure that we are going to prove to you wrong that we are not actually free riding over here.
Definitely not right lah, because like I said, it's a personal choice for the votes. If that's the case, then what's the voting for, you see? I mean, this is a choice made by one person.
Alright, so right now we're at Bishan, the home of our ruling party. Let's see what these people think. Shall we go?
Let's go!
Woo! Do you think the voters in the ward where Workers' Party won are free riders?
Everything has a context to it, because when PM Lee said it's a free riders, right, it's because his family and himself has been in power for the last 55, 54, technically the whole age of the Singapore state, right? So when he called people free riders, right, he just kind of pissed off in a sense that, you know, why has PAP been doing all the work, but when the Workers' Party come in, you guys just want to like let Workers' Party take credit for most of the work we done. That's why he would call them free riders lah. But if you see it on the people's perspective, they might just feel like, you know, we need more voices. That's why when he calls them free rider, everybody takes offense to it.
I don't really think it's right because everybody has their own rights, and it's like your citizens. You shouldn't really be insulting these kind of people.
It's just not right to call them free riders. They are still Singaporeans, but you are the Singaporean government. You can't expect everyone in Singapore to like you and vote for you.
I think the term is a bit off. Whatever we say as leaders, we must be able to you have to put a bit of layering in it, and then everybody has many opinions in it. So free riders can have a lot of connotation and so on. I wish it can be put in a better way. Yeah.
If you had voted for the opposition and you were called a free rider, how would you have felt?
I wouldn't take offense really. The whole of PAP has been the majority for quite long ma. So since they've been the majority, then what to do, right? You majority, of course, will be angry ma. People just come in, take credit for your work. But Worker Party is more of like, why not we come in and try to make a change?
I was called a free rider, I'll be quite insulted. I think it's just not very polite. It feels like I'm taking advantage of something when in fact I'm just expressing my own opinion. So I don't think it's very nice.
I wouldn't be happy that I'm just using it for like a free ride. Yeah.
Do you think that in this era of parliamentary debate, should such terms like free rider still be used?
We can't stop people from using the word free riding and so on, but I think again as leaders, public figure, we have to be mindful of what we said because it just reflects on what we are.
Some people might find it's very degrading to different kind, especially people of younger age, Generation Z, millennials. All of them will take offense to most of these terms.
So that's it for this episode of Street Talk. Most of our street talkers actually feel that it is not fair for them to be called free riders, as everyone has voted based on their political beliefs and what is best for the country.
But when it comes to the question of whether such a term like free rider should be used in parliamentary debate, most of our street talkers seem to have a neutral view towards it. In fact, some of them do think that it's all right for such terms to be used.
So what do you think? Do you think it is right for these opposition voters to be called free riders? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, like this video and subscribe to Happy TV. And
we'll see you next week!